Show starts in 5 minutes.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Hey, fellas, don't fight over that hot dog. There's plenty for everyone. Big, plump, and juicy, wrapped in an oven-fresh bun. Add mustard, relish, ketchup, and go to work. Yes, the hot dogs at our refreshment center are the best you'll find anywhere. Everybody agrees on that.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go! Show starts in 3 minutes.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Popcorn, candy, ooh, hot dog, popsicle. Oh boy, Santa orange.
Show starts in 1 minute.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
Broadcasting live from beautiful Union City, New Jersey. This is your movie quiz for Wednesday, July 28th, 2021. Here we go. Good evening and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann-Nelson. Welcome to Game 7 of Season 4. This is going to be an exciting game. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to get it started. 4 rounds of movie trivia and puzzles. And if you are watching us on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, you don't have to just sit there on the sidelines. You can actually join this game. It's a completely interactive game show. All you got to do is head to this website right here, TMQ, as in the movie quiz, .thetrivialist.com. Head there, enter your email, enter your team name, and you will be in the game. We've got at least 10 teams in the game tonight, so it's going to be a good competition. It's a completely free, pay-as-you-wish game to play. We do rely on donations. We'll get to that a little bit later in the game. Before I introduce our guest player tonight, I just have 2 special announcements to make. One is that the prophecy has finally been fulfilled, and yesterday was actually Ryan's birthday. So I want to say happy birthday, Ryan, for real. Happy birthday. It's actually finally happened. You've had so many birthdays in the last year. I hope that you're still standing upright because you've gotten so, yes, it's finally time. It's finally the time. All right. And so happy birthday to Ryan for real this time. I hope you have a great birthday before your birthday next week comes around. And also another very big, exciting bit of news here. I kind of teased this last week, is that the movie quiz in September will be jumping out of the computer screen. We are going to be doing an in-theater show. We are going to be doing a live show in person at Caveat Theater on Tuesday, September 7th at 9:30. If you head to caveat.nyc, you can get yourself tickets to this. There are tickets for the live in-person show, but we'll also be live streaming the show. There'll be live stream tickets available as well, and we'll be running the Rizio software so you can play along with the live stream. You'll be able to play the game if you're in the crowd at Caveat. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be great. Guests to be announced. But so mark that down, get your tickets. And for now, let's focus on the game that we've got here tonight and who you will be playing with. You'll be playing with a special guest. He is a comedian. He is a host himself. He's also a game show host, as well as a host of many other things, including shows on NBC. Very excited. He's been here before. Very excited to welcome back Paul Costabile. Welcome back, Paul.
What's up, man? Great to be back. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great. How about? I'm loving. I saw we were talking about the red shirt in there, and red shirt and blazer combo before.
Man, I recently moved to Hollywood, and I'm wearing toupees. I'm wearing bright colors. The stereotype about being artificial out here is half true. No, I love LA. I love California, but I'm very superficial now. Do I have a prescription? No. You know what I mean?
It's just for the look. I have to say, Paul, the toupee it's really convincing.
Thank you. One caveat, not the theater. No. Thank you. It's great to be back, man. I love this show and I love what you do. And I'm a game show fan. Obviously, I've hosted game shows, but this is such a fun thing, and it's fun to play along and see everybody here. So I'm glad to be here. What's up, everybody? Can I see the chat?
You should be able to. You can see the chat on the gameplay website, on the TMQ site. You can see the chat there.
Yes.
You can get in there and mix it up with them.
Oh, my bad. All right, I'm going.
All right, there it is. There it is.
Oh.
All right. So, Paul, speaking of California, you said I teased this on Instagram earlier, so I think I can reveal this. Later in the game, we're going to be talking about theme parks and theme park rides inspired by movies. And you just went to Disney. Was it Land or World?
I was in Disneyland here in California, and
Nice.
it was a great trip. We're a big Disney family, big theme park family.
Yeah, me
And
too.
we had a great time, man. It was the first time they had fireworks since the pandemic on July 4th.
Oh, really?
Really special.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
See, I haven't taken my family to any theme parks yet because my son was too young. Then the pandemic, but I grew up going to tons Disney, Universal, even like Busch Gardens. I just
Nice.
so I wanted to say what I don't know. I'm not totally sure what's even at Disneyland anymore. What was the best movie-based ride that they have currently in 2021?
So first of all, I'm spoiled when I go to Disney. So I got to see a lot of cool stuff. My wife has worked with them, so we get some good hookups there, which I hate telling people because I get to go on rides sometimes that I don't know if I'd be able to without her. I went on the new Star Wars ride, used that perk heavily. Rise of the Resistance I'm a big Star Wars fan, grew up with Star Wars, used to watch with my dad growing up. I don't know if people here have been on that ride, but to me, it's such an experience. You feel like you're walking through the movie at a part of it. And it was really special. It was like so beyond like, your carnival type ride and so much more into this crazy experience. So I had a great time on that, I think the most. And I went alone, like.
Do they still have the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland?
I think so. I love that one.
That was such a good ride.
I didn't get to go on that one, but I love that one with the Jeep. That one was my favorite one.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they had they used a similar technology for the dinosaur ride in Disney World, where it's not like Star Tours or Back to the Future where it's a motion simulator. It's like an actual car, but it dips in very exaggerated ways and takes sharp turns.
Right.
And then
that thing's awesome.
Because that was always my favorite thing because going to these parks was the ability to the immersion of feeling like you're in this movie universe was always my favorite.
I think I'm biased being very Disney now, but I feel like they do it the best. You really do go into these worlds and do it really. I kind of want to say a quick story. I was working for Universal. I shouldn't say this because they were paying me money at one time, but I was doing a game show for Universal, and we did awesome event at Universal in Florida, and we had this whole day there, and we were having a blast. And then at the end of the day, we were there all day doing things with kids for kids game show, and they were like, "All right, carte blanche at the park, whatever you guys want." They gave us a hookup, right? And I didn't realize this was kind of me at the time, and I was like, "Thanks so much, but we're leaving. We're going to Disney World."
Oh, man.
I'm shitting on my employers on your show. Aren't I smart? But I like the Universal rides too. It's just that we had a short amount of time, so we went straight to Disney World. And I guess I'm a little more biased towards Disney now, ride-wise.
Yeah.
Because of my wife.
It's kind of both. And one last thing I'll say before I get the game started. I'm partial to Universal in some ways because I feel like they're more movie, specific movie universe focused. So growing up, I gravitated. I love them both. But I feel like I gravitated more towards Universal. But the worst is when you would go to Six Flags, which had I don't know if they still have a partnership with Warner Brothers, but when they did, they would license the name Batman. They had access to the name Batman and this,
right.
And it had nothing to do with anything. There was no ambiance, no world building. It was just here's a bat suit and here's a cheap bat signal painted on the wall and get on a roller coaster.
Wow.
We're done with you. There's no immersion whatsoever.
These characters, and so we're just gonna use them, and then you just have fun, and that's it. Nothing else going on here.
Yeah, we're gonna turn you upside down and spin you around, and that's it. And then we'll paint lip service to world building. All right, so. With my Six Flags trashing aside, I still like Six Flags. I have to say they get the job done for the thrills, but not the ambiance. I am going to put the game into in-game mode. It is now in-game mode. It is flying at you. All right. So for everybody who wants to join, you can still join the game at any time here on this website. And for everybody else, we're going to get started. Let me show you a couple little ground rules before we get started. No Googling, IMDbing, or any other kind of online cheating. This is trivia, not a Googling exam. Number 2, if you're just watching and you're watching on different platforms, especially don't put answers in the chat, please. Don't give away answers. 3, play with friends, but keep your team size, moderate, like 4, in that ballpark of 4 people. And number 4, type or select your answers, and don't forget to hit submit. Make sure you hit submit even for multiple choice questions. You'll see that your answer has been submitted and accepted underneath the question. It'll show you in black text. All right, so round number 1, we are going to go back to the early 2000s-ish, I guess, and talk about DVDs. So the round 1 is movies by DVD chapters. So I'm going to give you 3 DVD chapter titles, and you name the movie. So every one of these is going to be the name of the film that has these 3 titles as part of its DVD. All of these are going to be slightly on the older side because like physical media just doesn't, they don't really care that much about physical media anymore, which is a shame. All right, here comes question number 1. Name the film that had these 3 chapters: Total Devotion to His Art, A Complex Illusion, and Are You Paying Close Attention? Total Devotion to His Art, A Complex Illusion, and Are You Paying Close Attention? All right, here we go. Timer starting.
Oh boy. Here I go, my weird answers. That's what I did last time.
Don't worry about weird answers. It's totally fine. Paul, did you collect DVDs at all?
I did. I just went through that weird thing that we're going through at our age where like you see a box of them and you're not sure if you should throw them out or not. Like, you want to keep them. I keep them.
I basically, what I did though is I pared down to, I have a still very big library, but if it doesn't have a nice or interesting case, I put it into like a sleeve. Like I just kept it for room. So I see in the chat someone's asking what is the website to play. It's right here, tmq.thetrivialist.com. Just hop over there, type in your email address and a team name, and you can join the game. TMQ as in the movie quiz. All right, so the answer to this one, this is, saw a couple of Christopher Nolan guesses. Close, but no cigar on some of them. It is a Christopher Nolan movie. It is The Prestige. Ooh. Prestige is your answer. 57% of teams got that one. Your next one's a multiple choice. Your DVD chapters are The Best Man, Robbie versus Glenn, and In-Flight Entertainment / Grow Old With You. Which of these wedding-themed romantic comedies is it? Is it The Wedding Singer, Runaway Bride, My Best Friend's Wedding, or 27 Dresses?
Oh, yeah. I know this one for a very specific reason.
Tell me. I'm curious. I'm curious what the reasoning is. Is it one of the chapter titles that gave it away?
No, I watched this movie religiously growing up because it was what my dad did for a living.
Oh, really? He was a wedding singer?
He was. I got it right.
Yeah.
I think I watched this one front to back. It was so related to my childhood. I played in a wedding band myself, and my dad used to DJ weddings. And when that came out, we were like, "Dad, is that you? Is this based on you?"
He's in Jersey too, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Jersey wedding. I mean, legit to the T, and very funny and relatable story. That's very
amazing.
Real. Yeah, it was fun.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. All right, question number 3, and most importantly, it helped you get a question right here on the movie quiz tonight. Yeah. It's all been leading to this. So your titles are The Robbery Begins, Attica in quotes, and Kennedy Airport. The Robbery Begins, Attica, and Kennedy Airport. This one's fill in the blank. Make sure that you hit submit. All right. Time is just about up. I see seven teams got it right. I should also point out that you can change your answer, whether it's short answer or even after you hit submit, you can resubmit before the timer runs out and before it's locked. All right, so this one, Attica, was kind of the giveaway because Al Pacino leads a chant, young Al Pacino. This is Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh, I knew that.
Dog Day is your answer. About half the teams got it right. All right, question number 4. All right, so this one, there's 3 movies in a series here. You got to pick the right one. Landing on Naboo, A Wager with Watto, Duel of the Fates. Which prequel is it? Is it from The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, or Revenge of the Sith? Which prequel has Landing on Naboo, A Wager with Watto, and Duel of the Fates?
I remember when these came out, there was a promotion with the Pepsi cans, and they had the characters on the cans. You remember this? And we collected the cans. I don't know why.
I also remember that was when I used to, because it was the mid 90s and then the late 90s. I had like the mushroom cut back when I had much more hair because I was a teenager. I had the mushroom cut, and right around when Phantom Menace came out, I got like the Little Caesar, not Little Caesar, like not the pizza, but like the Caesar cut. And everyone kept calling me Obi-Wan because I had the the Obi-Wan haircut, which I'll take it. I'll take Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, man. Very influential time. We all wanted to be like all of them, you know?
I know. Yeah, it was exciting. And then the movie came out. So your answer, this is from the first one. This is from episode 1. It is The Phantom Menace.
I knew that.
I gave it away in my talking about it. I said it's from 1999, but that's okay. Right. I think people knew anyway.
I actually defend the prequels quite a bit myself because I was a kid when they came out, and George Lucas always says they were made for kids. So I really love these. I'm torn. I mean, obviously I like it. I'm wearing this. But like I feel like there's great world building buried under bad storytelling, and that's what like the Clone Wars and every like TV show has like been able to pick apart the world building that Lucas set up with those and run with it and actually kind of retroactively elevate the prequels, which is, but unto themselves, I'm not super into them. All right. So, serve their purpose. Keep going. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. So this next one, same structure to this next one. Which Lord of the Rings movie has The Finding of the Ring, The Siege of Gondor, and The Passing of Theoden? Which one has The Finding of the Ring, The Siege of Gondor, and The Passing of Theoden? Oh, I also I want to say to everybody, to all of regulars out there, the caveat show, I'm going to make it a theme show. Like I've done MCU, I've done Star Wars, summer movies. So please let me know in the next 6 weeks in the chat on Instagram if you have ideas, if there's some theme that you want to see, something I haven't covered yet. Please let me know, and I will take it under advisement to my trusted, beloved TMQ audience. All right, so this one was maybe a little tricky because it says The Finding of the Ring. It might imply that it's early in the series, but it's actually a flashback where Smeagol pulls the ring, or his friend pulls it out of the river, and then Smeagol kills him. It's actually Return of the King. Return of the King is your answer. Nice. So even almost a perfectly even split on this one, 33, 33, and 20. All right. Heading into the home stretch of this round. Question number 6. Chapter 1, Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France, Fighting in a Basement, and That's a Bingo. Chapter 1, Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France, Fighting in a Basement, and That's a Bingo. Those are your 3.
I love your questions, Chris.
Thank you, Paul.
I don't get most of them right, but I really appreciate.
But you appreciate them in their ideal form.
Yeah.
But I think gauging your facial reactions, it seems that I'm not looking at the scoreboard yet, but it seems like you're doing all right so far.
I'm working on my acting, but thanks, man.
All right. I think everybody who submitted got this right. So this was, I think That's a Bingo might be the giveaway. It's Inglorious Bastards. Inglorious Bastards. And spelling did not count. Tarantino, for some reason, chose to spell it in a completely bizarre way with all the extra U's and E's. But you got it. Spelling does not count in this game, as long as I know what you're talking about. Question number 7. Dancing Queen, Super Trooper, Take a Chance on Me. Dancing Queen, Super Trooper, Take a Chance on Me. And each of those are in quotes. Does that mean something? Yes.
I got a shout out on my buddy Wyatt. He happens to be a dancing queen himself, and he's tuned in here tonight. So thanks for playing, Wyatt. Hope you win, man. That guy can
Wyatt.
dance.
Thank you, Wyatt, for coming.
He's a queen with a mustache. It's unbelievable. All right, which is cool.
Anybody can be a dancing queen. It's just about the dance and your heart. All right.
Amen.
So sorry, I just saw this comment. Ryan wants a Yoni themed episode. There will be more Yoni than normal in this in the caveat show, assuming everything goes to plan. There will be more happening with Yoni. All right, so this one, another really good percentage of teams got this one right. These are all ABBA songs, and what movie / Broadway play was based on ABBA music? It's Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Or when I was working in a Sam Goody, because I'm old, back in when the Broadway show first came out, a guy came in, he's like, I need to find Mamma Mia. And I was like, I'm sorry, I could not. Mamma Mia. He got very mad at me.
That's good. That's really good. Mamma Mia.
I was like, oh, Mamma Mia. Yes, Mamma Mia.
That's exactly all my cousins in Italy. They say everything in English with an Italian accent. So when my cousin was like, I love Star Wars, and we're like, what? They're like, Star Wars. And we're like, oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
So funny. You're like, oh.
That's great. I do too. All right. And your last question in your DVD chapter titles round: kickboxing, Friends with Potential, and Serenade. You've got Warrior, 10 Things I Hate About You, Time Cop, or Say Anything. Very different movies in this mix. Different movies that I picked out here. Kickboxing, Friends with Potential, and Serenade. Only one of them is your answer, though. All right, I see kind of an even split developing here in the answers that are coming in. Mostly it's down between, I think Serenade had people on the fence between Say Anything and 10 Things I Hate About You, because they both have famous serenades or of a sort, but only one of them has a kickboxing character, and that is Lloyd Dobler in Say Anything. Say Anything is your answer, and even 50% of teams got that right. So nicely done. That's the end of round 1. Let's take a look at your scores after this first round. Scores and standings coming up. We've got, let's read off third place. We've got a lot of teams in third. It's really second place because of the ties. With 6 points apiece, we got the Turds, Ricky Scabs, Stallone, Ringwoodians, and the Producers. And leading the way, surprise, surprise, our 2 top teams throughout the whole season are tied at the top of after round 1 with perfect scores, 8 apiece. Marley's Chains and Sterling Cooper rolling deli bets. But there's still plenty of game to be played. There's a double points round, a lightning round, and a big double points and a big bonus question to end the game. So let's head on to your second round of the night, which is your picture round. And it's called What Don't I Know Them From? So this is a round all about character actors who are in everything.
Love this.
These are character actors who are in everything. I'm going to show you their picture, and you have to, I'm going to show you, and your options will be 2 movies that they were in and 1 that they weren't. So you have to pick the odd one out here. Okay. So pick the one that they were not in.
Oof.
Pick the one that they were not in. I'm going to give you 2 real ones and a fake. Pick the fake. This is not this is the inverse of the, of how our bonus question works. You got to pick the fake one. All right. So here we go. Number 1. Well, that's number 2. Hang on. All right. Number 1. This is guy. Yep. And his name, I'll give you everyone's name. This is Stephen Tobolowsky.
Oh,
Stephen
man.
Tobolowsky. What was he not in? Which of these is not on Stephen Tobolowsky's filmography? Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, or Memento?
Wow. By the way, this is the best level. This is like acting success to me. Like you get to be in the movie, have all the perks, and then you can go to CVS and pick up a weird prescription.
Exactly. It's
and
people are just like, it's like being like a ninja, because like people will probably, after you leave, they'll realize that they know you.
But when you're familiar with people like in movies like this, also like maybe you think it's someone from your town. Like your brain doesn't really compute. Like, are they in this thing or do they run?
I clearly know them from somewhere. So time is up. I think everybody knows that Stephen Tobolowsky was Ned Ryerson in Groundhog Day, but he was also the name that was tattooed on Guy Pearce. He's Sammy Jenkins in Memento, but he was not in Ghostbusters. He was not in Ghostbusters. He was in one Bill Murray movie, maybe more, but Ghostbusters is not one of them. Nicely done.
The Ghostbusters was an insult to Rick Moranis. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Oh, I actually didn't. It was more like you thought I was like, putting it onto Moranis. I love Moranis, so I'd never disrespect Rick Moranis.
He kind of.
No, I don't. But I don't want it out there that I've even thought about disrespecting.
Sorry.
I love him.
Rick Moranis.
All right.
Great.
Question number 2, actor number 2. This is Larry Miller. What was Larry Miller not in? Was he not in 10 Things I Hate About You, Pretty Woman, or Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, man, this guy's in everything.
Right?
Hear his voice. Yeah, I can hear his voice.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian too.
Oh, nice. I love this guy.
I'll explain the logic behind the fake outs too. So
I'm smart about him.
So the fake out here is based on the fact that he was in Nutty Professor alongside Eddie Murphy, but he was not in Beverly Hills Cop. He was not in Beverly Hills Cop. You got that one, Paul?
I'm on fire this round. I know my non-recognizable but recognizable people.
You're doing great. All right, number 3. See if you can recognize this woman. Her name is Beth Grant. This is Beth Grant. And was she not in Speed, That Thing You Do, or Donnie Darko? 2 of those movies Beth Grant was in, and one she was not. Ryan's shouting out the white bulb. I realized that only after I looked back at this, that I was like, I put Stephen Tobolowsky and Larry Miller back to back. All right. Oh, this one was a tricky one. More incorrect answers than not. Ooh. All right. So she was in Donnie Darko. She was the lady who coached Sparkle Motion, and she was in Speed as the impatient lady who couldn't wait to get off the bus and then got blown up because of it. But she's not in That Thing You Do. She's not in That Thing You Do. That one I just picked because I feel like she kind of, at the time, looked similar. She and the actress who played the mom in That Thing You Do had kind of a similar vibe, similar role that she might take too. All right, question number 4, actor number 4. This is Luis Guzman. What was Luis Guzman not in? Was he not in Big Daddy, Boogie Nights, or Traffic?
He is, I think, a more well-known name than the others, right? I know this guy.
Yeah, he's had some I don't know if I can't think of a time when he's had like a lead role.
No, but he's in a lot, this guy.
He's in a ton.
He's funny. He's a Guzman.
He is a very Guzman. All right, so the fake out here was that he was in Anger Management alongside Adam Sandler, but he was not in Big Daddy. He was not in Big Daddy with Sandler. He was in Traffic. 50% of teams thought he was not in Traffic, but he was in Traffic. He's very famously in Boogie Nights. He was kind of a scene stealer in Boogie Nights. All right, number 5, actor number 5. This is Keith David. And your options are Escape from New York, They Live, and There's Something About Mary. Which of these did not feature Keith David?
It doesn't look as familiar to me, but I think I've seen him. I don't know.
The funny thing is, like, he's so recognizable. He voices the one of the military branch commercials. I think the Marines, and like, but he looks so different with facial hair and without. So I was like trying to find one, whereas like, because this is kind of predicated. I'm like, oh, I know that guy. It was hard to find like a kind of a quintessential Keith David picture. This one, we had a perfectly even split between all the options, 5 apiece. He worked with Carpenter a lot, including on They Live and The Thing, and he plays Mary's dad at the very beginning of There's Something About Mary. He's in the very opening scene of that. He was not in Escape from New York, though. He worked with John Carpenter a lot, but he's not in Escape from New York. He's in The Thing and They Live, and I think maybe one other. All right, number 6, getting into the home stretch of this picture round. This is John Carroll Lynch. John Carroll Lynch is this actor. Was he not in The Aviator, Fargo, or Zodiac?
Oh.
Which of these movies is not on his filmography?
This guy's in a lot. He's great.
He's in a ton. He's in Shutter Island. I almost put Shutter Island on this list.
He is.
I don't know if it's like well known enough, or well remembered enough. Obviously, I know people know big Scorsese DiCaprio movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, these are, and he's actually, I guess I kind of gave away part of the fake out. He's worked with Scorsese, but not on The Aviator. He was not in The Aviator. Most teams knew that. In Fargo, he was Marge's husband, and in Zodiac, he was the most likely killer. It was like very, very creepy guy who worked some industrial job. I forget the specifics. All right, question number 7. This is Benedict Wong. So you've got your 3 options for Benedict Wong are Interstellar, The Martian, and Doctor Strange. Kind of maybe tricky, maybe a tricky one here. Interstellar, The Martian, and Doctor Strange.
I've never seen this guy in my life. I've never seen this person.
Really?
I don't think so. Maybe I forgot.
He's actually also, in Googling him, he's another guy who looks different quite frequently.
Really? Maybe
yeah,
I do.
he's like,
maybe I do. I don't know. I mean, I'm taking a big guess here. I've only seen 2 of these. Let's see what we got.
I'm looking at the chat. This was back for John Carroll Lynch. I'm guessing another classic bald man. Shout out to the bald man. I'll be on this list before I know it. All right. So Benedict Wong is you might recognize him. Oh, so you might not recognize him from Doctor Strange because I think his head is shaved, but he's in Doctor Strange. But between The Martian and Interstellar, he was in The Martian. He was not in Interstellar. Nolan's Interstellar. All right. And your final question of this round, your final actor. This is Jennifer Coolidge. Which of these movies was Jennifer Coolidge not in? Legally Blonde, American Pie, or This Is Spinal Tap?
Oh, Jennifer Coolidge. I love her. She's funny. I think I know this one. I think she's done a lot. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's great. One of these, I think everybody certainly knows that she was in it. So far, we've got a lot of correct answers. Got so many correct answers that I think it's a perfect score for everyone on this question. She was not in Spinal Tap. She was Stifler's mom in American Pie, and she was Elle's friend in the beauty parlor in Legally Blonde. All right, so we're just about at the halfway point. Before I look at the leaderboard, we are going to do our lightning round. It's time for the lightning round. So I'm going to ask you, this is 4 potential points here, 4 potential points on the table for this, piggybacking off our character actors round and Jennifer Coolidge specifically. here is your question. Jennifer Coolidge, Larry Miller, and a ton of other ubiquitous character actors have shown up in the 5 mockumentaries directed by Christopher Guest. We're talking about feature films here. Name 4 of those 5 movies. 4 of them, and I will tell you, I'll give you a hint. Spinal Tap's not one of them. Spinal Tap was directed by Rob Reiner. Guest was integral in it, but he did not actually direct it. Guest has directed 5 feature-length mockumentary films. Name 4 of them. 30 seconds on the clock starts now. Got a lot of correct answers coming in. Oh, including one I was not expecting. The really tough one. One team got the very tough one that I didn't think anyone would get because I forgot about it, and I like Christopher Guest a lot. So your answers here, your 5 movies, there's only 4 points. You named 4 of the 5. And let's see what the point percentage is. Best in Show, most people remembered that featured Jennifer Coolidge. A Mighty Wind, Waiting for Guffman, For Your Consideration, which was about the Oscars, and Mascots, which was a mascot movie that had, I think, pretty much everybody, including Larry Miller. And I'm not sure if Coolidge was in it too, but one team I think got Mascots. So congrats to them. Nicely done. Let's take a look at your scores after 2 rounds and a lightning round. We got a tie for second. We've got a multi-way tie for second place. We've got 15 points apiece. The Turds, Marley's Chains, Ricky Scabs, Dicky Dabs, and Sylvester Stallone is tired. And jumping ahead, wow, a big jump ahead for Sterling Cooper with 19 points. They are your leaders. So let's step back from trivia for a second. Let's bring Paul back in. And let's talk about, you've got some projects coming up, Paul. Anything, something you want to talk about?
Sure. I think last time we spoke, we were, who knows where we're at with the pandemic this week, but I've been doing a lot on my Instagram to not go crazy, a lot of bits. And I recently started doing some content for a tech company called ClickUp. We just wrote and produced a series called Returning to Work, which I'll plug here because I think everyone's going to be living this in the next few months. It's all about going back to the office. So we made a little workplace comedy about the first handshake, the first sneeze. And we just had a blast making those because I think everyone's going to feel how these episodes are. You can see them on my Instagram and also on theirs. And that's your handle is just your name, right, Paul? My name. Yep. At Paul. Oh, thanks, man. You don't have to spell it. It's easy. But I'm always doing sketches, comedy there. And also my NBC segments, I post there quite a bit. And that's been fun, too, to really connect with people. I'm starting to see people in real life again for interviews. And that's been really nice. And I hope, especially in LA, that we can keep it that way and see each other. Yeah, Paul, I can say firsthand, Paul has a very fun Instagram account with lots of good content. I've seen some of the ClickUp stuff, lots of fun. So yeah, give him a follow, and yeah, it's terrific. So yeah, that's fun. I've seen some of the shorts, the returning to work shorts that you made, Paul. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I got a big team over there, including my buddy who's on here now, and we just have a lot of talented people trying to make fun stuff. And I think we all want to laugh and feel a little light right now, and that's like obviously what I'm trying to do, and so many people are trying to do. And I'm also doing a ton of stand-up around LA. So if anybody's in California, come see me this Saturday, 9:30, Comedy Chateau, dad jokes all night. That's exciting. Yeah, just a night of dad jokes. Literally. All right. So yeah, follow Paul. Check him out. Go to his stand-up show at Comedy Chateau, and let's jump back into the game tonight. So next up, round 3 is your puzzle round, as per usual. But tonight it's going to be a double picture round. You've got yet another picture round coming here because it's going to be a picture puzzle round, fictional locations. So I'm going to have you solve the visual puzzle to name the planet, city, country. It's a fictional place from a movie. It also might be shared, based on the source material. It could be from, I'll depending on how hard it seems, I might walk you through
I give you a hint of where it comes from. So you're basically just going to look at the images that I give you. Some of them are going to be side to side, left to right images that you just say them out loud. Some of them are going to be more like actual visual puzzles. But they're also, Paul, you mentioned dad jokes. They're basically puns. They're basically puns because it's just the words in the images will sound like a place if you add them all up. All right. It'll make sense. We'll jump into our first one, which I think will be pretty easy. Here comes fictional location number 1. I'll tell you, this is a planet. This is a science fiction planet. Always helps if you're struggling with a picture puzzle. Start with the one that you know and work backwards. All right. So that second one is obviously the second image there is Dora the Explorer. The first one is Pan from Pan's Labyrinth, making your answer from Avatar, Pandora. Pandora is your answer. All right. So this next one I think it's not as much like left to right. You got to kind of gauge the whole image, and I'll probably give you a clue as to where it's from. This is a comic book location.
I know it's not true, so I'm just going to announce mine. Can I say what I say? Because I know.
Yes, you can.
I wrote Buckingham ass. That's what I wrote there. Okay. Hope I didn't give anything away.
Well, the ass part is right. The ass part is right, Paul. But who is that guy, and what is he doing to the ass? He's guarding it. He is an ass guard. Your answer is Asgard. Asgard from Thor.
Close. Nice.
All right. So we got a few teams got that right. About 4 teams got it right. Nicely done. All right. Your next picture puzzle. They're all locations. All right. This one is a literature and Disney location. It's a location from literature and Disney. I'm gonna check in with the chat to see how mad everyone is. Jim is already confused. It can't be as bad as last week, though. No one can be as mad at me, I hope, as they were last week. All right, so this one, you've got Nev Campbell, Earl from My Name is Earl, and an ampersand making your answer Nev, Earl, and Neverland. Neverland is your answer. All right. Question number 4.
That was a good one.
Fictional location. Thank you. All right. This is I don't think I'll say. I don't think I'll say for this one. I'll say it's a comic book location. It's another comic book location that's also been on film many times. Jim wants Roman. I'll make Roman numerals happen by the end of the season. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. All right. So the first part of this picture, the main part of this picture, that's a crypt, and that light switch is being pushed into the on position, making your answer Superman's birthplace, Krypton. Krypton is your answer. All right. So, somebody, sorry, Daylight Gamers. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the line is of where I need to help out. Go back to the girl movies. We'll see. All right. Question number 5. Fictional location number 5. This one I'm definitely giving a hint on because it might be harder. It's a Disney location. It is a Disney location. If I get down to 12 seconds without any answers, I'll give another hint. It's a Disney location of the last 10 years. Movies from the last 10 years. All right. So, all right. Good. Got a fair amount of teams. Got it right. So that on the screen, that is Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees. Aaron, and he is on a Dell computer. He's on the screen of a Dell computer, making this the home of Anna and Elsa in Frozen. It's Arendelle. Arendelle is your answer. All right.
Wow.
Question. All right. Okay. It's too. I can wait. I can slow down a little bit to give more time. I will take that. I will take that note. All right. Question number 6. This one is a superhero location. This is a comic book location. I'll give it a couple seconds and timer. It is a comic book location. And the color has nothing to do with it, with anything. I just had to remove the backgrounds on these, and so I picked just a contrasting color for this young lady in the foreground. Some good incorrect guesses. Gothic thumb seat and Gothic thumb seat. You are so on the right track. It's not woman thumb chair, but it is goth thumb, and that's a settee.
Oh,
that kind of couch is a settee. It is Gotham City. Gotham City.
Wait, what the hell is a settee, Chris?
It's a set SETEE. It's a little French couch.
I'm Googling this shit. I'm Googling it.
A Gotham sitting. Yeah, it's pretty anything if it gets you there, it gets you there. All right. And question number 7. Looking for the fictional location. This was the one that I posted on Instagram. It's a horrifying image. I am disgusted by this image that I made. And this one, Hogwarts is in the background. Hogwarts is not the answer. It's just part of it. Okay. And it is a Star Wars location. I'll tell you.
Wait, do I know this one?
Put it in. Go for it, Paul. No harm, no foul. There's no negative points. Ryan hates this picture so much. It is a deeply troubling image that I should resubmit my promotional material for the Caveat show and just make it this disgusting picture of beloved actor Alan Alda grafted onto Ron Weasley, making your answer Alderaan. Princess Leia's home planet that got blowed up by the Death Star. Alderaan is your answer. And you got it right, Paul.
I didn't spell it right, but I got it. I figured your brain out. Your brain out by this one. I got it. I can see.
Yeah, you're in my head. That's how if you play every week, you can figure out how this weird head works. All right, and your last picture puzzle of the round. I think this was a hint on Instagram. I don't want to give too much away, but this is your last one. It's from a science fiction series it's an action sci-fi series. It's from an action sci-fi series of like 6 films. Is this Hogwarts? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. We'll find out in approximately 6 seconds. Oh, one team so far. This is why I put this one last. It's the hardest one. It's supposed to anchor the whole thing. It's supposed to be tough. All right. So some people knew that Tron. They recognized that the third part of this was from Tron. This is the homeworld of the Transformers. That first one, that emoji is a sigh. The other guy is cold, burr, and then Tron, making your answer Cybertron. Cybertron. 13% of teams got it right. All right, nicely done. So let's take a look at your scores and standings after 3 rounds. 3 rounds are in the books. We've got, let's see, in third place with 19, Ricky Scabs, Dickie Deb. Sylvester Stallone is right behind with 18. The Turds in second with 22. And still holding down first place, but it's gotten a little tighter. Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts. Marley's Chains is just out of the top 3 spots, too. It's a very tight game. Anybody's game, especially with the double points and the bonus question coming up. But now, before we get there, it's the end of round 3. So if you know the show, this is a very special time where I bring in a guest. Like I said up top, this show relies completely on donations from you guys at home. And I appreciate every dollar that everyone's given to the show. But so instead of me coming to you and just saying, please give me money, I want to give you something for that money besides the trivia. And I'm bringing in just some of the biggest heavy hitters from Hollywood, some of your favorite characters, favorite behind the scenes people. And it's no different tonight. Please welcome to the movie quiz, Rita Westwood Lee, a.k.a. the bear from The Revenant. The bear from The Revenant. Rita. Hi, hey, Rita.
Sorry, I got to go. I'm helping my mom's friend with a thing. Yeah. Hey, yes. Sorry.
Hi, Rita. Yes, you and my mom, me and your mom do go way back. I hope she's doing okay.
Well, Chris, you should know that she died. So
Rita, I didn't know. I'm okay.
No, it's okay. Just
are you okay bears, to do this?
Yeah, bears, we don't live as long. We're not attached like that, you know?
Okay.
We're bears.
All right. Well, like I said up top, you were in The Revenant with Leo.
Yeah.
And so how was that? What was that like to work with him? You know, you won an Oscar for that role.
Chris, I'm going to stop you. You know, I don't come on your show and ask you what it's like to work with Yoni. You know, it's just not really a professional and appropriate question to ask someone. You know, that's what everyone asks me. Let's get something fresh, something new, you know?
Oh, okay. Do you have... I'm sorry, Rita, but my entire line of questionings now, I have to scramble.
You had only questions about Leonardo DiCaprio?
I had a lot of them. I wanted to know, like, what he eats and how he likes to work out.
A lot. He's nice.
He's okay. Okay.
You know?
Okay. I've got something. Read it. Do you have something that you're working on now? I know you're famous for that role. Do you have like another, like in the Alaskan Wild type movie like that? You know, like a bear
Chris,
would have?
Chris, I'm going to stop you again. You know, I'm trying to break out of the bear stereotype, not do the bear thing so much. So I do have a couple scripts, and I know we have some Hollywood types who come into your quiz. I know, you know, Paul said he's got a show in the works. Paul, I love workplace comedies. So, you know, think about casting a bear. I'm just saying, you know, if he's got more stuff in his show. I've got 2 scripts. One's called Meet Me by the River. It's an indie drama. I get to play a romantic lead where a woman loses her human husband and then she starts a new life down by the river.
What?
My others.
And you're a human. You're a human in it.
No, I'm a bear.
Oh, you are a bear.
Chris, I am a bear.
But I know. I don't know how far you want to stretch your acting chops. You know, like, do you want? I don't know if you were interested in playing a human. I don't know if that's insulting.
Yeah, it is.
It is insulting
to humans and bears. Honestly,
it is insulting.
I mean, you want bears playing humans?
Probably not. But I feel like there's no right answer to that, though.
No, you know. expand your mind a little bit. Think about bears marrying humans. Why not?
I mean, do you want to go into like comedies at all?
Chris, perfect segue.
Thank
I got another. This one I'm really excited about. And if anyone can get this to, I have a buddy comedy that I've written. I'd like to direct for me and Kevin Hart called Bear Your Heart, spelled the way you think they're spelled.
Just like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anyone, I'm represented by UTA for Bears. So if anyone, I don't know, wants to produce any of those scripts, get in touch with my agents.
I mean, there's some pretty heavy hitters, some pretty squeaky wheels that are here in the chat who can maybe get, Bear Your Heart off the ground.
I would love it. We go on an adventure. We both are looking for love. We both have broken hearts. We don't find it with each other. And then we get into a lot of hijinks, a bank robbery. That sounds like a really exciting thing. I know this is a touchy subject, but I have to say, I read a rumor that they're working on The Revenant 2. And will you come back? That's the big question that everyone's asking. I'll come back if they're willing to pay me what I'm worth. Let me just say that. I'll say that. Okay.
As much as Leo, at least.
At least.
It's
sexist. It's
everyone
sexist.
remembers the bear,
and everyone thinks it was a male bear. It wasn't.
No, you're clearly a female bear. So Rita, but before and you're welcome to stick around if you'd like.
Oh,
but
thank you.
Would you just tell people about donating to the quiz?
Well, listen, just like I deserve to be paid for The Revenant 2 more than I was paid for The Revenant 1, which was a bunch of salmon, not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. You put all this time and effort into making the movie quiz. We deserve to pay you for that. So if everyone just throws a couple bucks, you're drinking beers at home. So why not spend your beer money on Chris? That's what I'm saying. So I know that there's buttons to donate, Venmo.
We have donation buttons right on the website there where you're playing. You can donate via Venmo or credit card.
So I'm just saying, Chris doesn't deserve to get only salmon for this. I don't even think he's getting even salmon for this.
No, so, I've gotten assorted fish, but usually smaller fish than a salmon, like a fluke. And there's a fluke bigger or small. Yeah, or like a pack of sardines. Yeah,
that's small.
That's very
too small.
That's too small. Too small. I appreciate every donation, but if sardines are too small and fish, I'm not. So Rita, I'm very sorry about your mother. I didn't know.
Thank you. Like I said, we're not attached like humans are. It's fine.
It's very different. So I'm going to bring Paul back. If you want to stick around,
hey.
Paul and I know each other. He's interviewed me before.
Yeah, big fan of yours. And
I'm
actually,
a fan.
Rita, I wanted to tell you, I've been going to Disney a lot, and I feel like your story, not to use a tragedy so quickly, but you losing your mother could really work for a new Disney picture we're working on, because that usually happens in the first 5 minutes. So I feel like we could maybe.
I would love to work on something I'm with UTA for Bears. So if your people want to get in touch with my people, that I would love that. I would love to write that up.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think there's something in the cards here. If we could, use that template like we've been using for a few decades. Someone's got to die in the beginning. And I'm sorry to be insensitive about it, but it sells. I'd be interested.
This is going to be this. So this is amazing. This is like Kismet here. Just we're watching film history progress right before our very eyes. So let's go on to our last round.
All right.
Which is this is your double points round. And it, like I kind of alluded to this before, it's going to be all about, hang on, where is it? It's all about theme park rides. It's called Ride the Movies Then and Now. So it's all about movie rides. So I'm going to ask you two questions. One about a movie-inspired ride. Most of these are at Universal Studios. And then a ride that replaced it, also based on a movie. So it'll be two-part questions for your double points. All right. So here we go with question number one. They don't have to be answered in any specific order, though. All right. Question number one. Then take an ill-fated boat tour of this island town in Jaws the Ride, and now make an escape from this Harry Potter wizarding bank. So name the island town in Jaws the Ride and the wizarding bank that now has replaced it. Oh, I'm just catching up on the chat. I'm getting dunked on for not being able to conjure a fish in my mind quick enough. That's fair. There's so many fish, and I couldn't think of a properly sized fish fast enough. There's also some suggestions, Rita, if Country Bear Jamboree 2. We're talking about theme parks.
Movies for me to pitch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'll take, if anyone wants to collab, I write, I direct, I'm a multi-hyphenate. So, I'm here for all of it. I'm going to be launching a makeup collection soon. So,
wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So let me just double check and regrade a couple of these.
I'm trying to help Paul. I'm not helping him at all. I knew none of that.
Well, I mean, you grew up in the woods. They would never let you on a theme park ride, Rita. All right, so your answers here: the Jaws ride goes through Amity, and the Wizarding Bank is Gringotts. I don't know which. It's one of those. All right. So question number 2. Those are both at Universal Studios. Jaws was an original Universal Studios ride. All right. Question number 2. Then survive a confrontation while you dangle in a model of New York City's tram to this island.
Oh.
And now survive the curse of this Egyptian high priest on Revenge of the Mummy. So I'm looking for the New York City island. That's a model that you ride in the tram to on confrontation, and the Egyptian high priest in the Mummy.
I trust you, Rita.
I don't know.
Those are, I don't know the second one.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Yeah, so these were fun. Both of these are fun. Some of these I'm like kind of bitter that they got rid of these good classic rides, but this one the Mummy was actually a good replacement for Kong. Where you rode the Roosevelt Island tram. You rode a version of the Roosevelt Island tram.
Got it.
And the Mummy, the Mummy is the now ride. It replaced. It's still there. It replaced Kong in like 2000. It came out before the third Mummy came out, so it's got to be like the mid 2000s because the setup of it was like they were filming the Mummy. It was a meta. Oh, Peter says 2004 for Revenge of the Mummy. He knows I think Peter's gonna do fine. And also I should say, if you're here for Peter and Meredith's game, it's going to start very shortly on the same Twitch channel, but you can go to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com to play their game. You're right now watching the very end of the movie quiz, our final round, and then Meredith and Peter will start right after that. All right, question number 3. Then we got a Disney question here, a Disneyland question, Paul.
Yes, I'm in.
Then dive into the world of this author on the original Disneyland ride 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now zip through a Disneyfied version of these fabulists' work on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So I'm looking for the authors and writers behind the original works that led to these rides through like many steps.
Oh, authors.
I got one.
I just rode this ride a few weeks ago.
Is it good? I've heard good things about it.
It was great. It was great.
I've ridden it. It's fun.
Everything's fun.
Hold on.
I got a 3-year-old, so it's always fun,
How many things can she go on, Paul? Because I've got a 4-year-old, and I'm wondering like when I can finally go back to theme parks, like what's he going to be able to get on?
4 might be good because she was like an inch or 2 under most of the rides. I was like almost putting her on a little, like I was trying to fake it, but but
that's
she's
not safe.
I know. I didn't do that. She was like 2 inches short, but she did a lot of the kids' rides. But I bet you your son would be good at that age because he's probably.
He is. I hope he's not listening to this because they'll give him a complex. But he's tiny. He's kind of small. So like, I don't know.
30 something, 37. I don't know. It's 30 something.
I think he's like close to 40 inches now.
Maybe it's 40. That might be it.
So 20,000 Leagues is Jules Verne. It was based on Jules Verne, and Seven Dwarfs is Snow White, which is the Brothers Grimm. The Brothers Grimm.
Oh, did you get those?
Your answer.
I missed it.
I sent them to you.
I know.
I sent you the right answers.
You got to listen to the bear, Paul.
I sent you two. I'm a very well-read bear. I sent you
you're-
both answers.
I appreciate you bearing all your knowledge. I just missed it.
I think that's offensive to bears, Paul. I think that might be. I think that.
Yeah,
might be,
I don't know if I should say bear at all. Yeah, you don't say that anymore. Yeah.
All right.
Bear
Question number
necessity.
4. Then watch a spark burn down a warehouse in an explosive pyrotechnic demonstration based on this Ron Howard, Kurt Russell movie. So it was more like you just watched a show. And now protect the Allspark and watch digital explosions based on this Michael Bay series. So just name a movie and a series of movies that are the basis for these rides that occupied the same space. And I'll give you a little clue. One of these movies came up earlier in the game. All right. So the Ron Howard, Kurt Russell movie with fire. It's all about firefighters. It was called Backdraft, and it was replaced by a Transformers ride. It's just I don't know. It's like a motion simulator ride. I haven't been on it. A lot of these newer ones I haven't been on because I haven't been to these parks in so very long. I know all these old ones. All right. Question. I should make the live trivia Transformers theme. It's going that way. It seems. I just keep asking Transformers questions tonight. Question number 5. Then experience the big one in Earthquake, a riff on the 70s disaster flick starring this actor. And now become a member of this franchise lead actor's family as you ride along with him in a simulated high-speed car chase. So I'm looking for the actors of both of these series.
You know them?
I think I know this one.
I think the Earthquake one has made an appearance on the show before. I'm looking for the actors, by the way. I see somebody putting the name of the movie in the here, I'll take. If you put the name of the movie, I'm looking for actors for both of these. All right. So the movies in question, Earthquake, which I actually mentioned, that's from the disaster run of like Omega Man, Planet of the Apes, Soylent Green of Chuck Heston. He was in Earthquake. And Vin Diesel is Earthquake became a Fast and the Furious ride.
I put The Rock. Didn't The Rock do
I took The Rock. Actually, I took The Rock because but then The Rock was also on, there was like a ride in between called Disaster, which was like making a disaster movie, and The Rock was in that, and The Rock's in the Fast and Furious one. So I took The Rock for
thank you
for that answer.
Appreciate it.
All right. Question number 6. Then at Epcot, learn about Norwegian history and marine biology at the non-movie rides Maelstrom and the Living Seas. Now frolic with characters from these two 21st century movies that have been retrofitted into those rides. So these are just regular Epcot rides about Norway and about marine biology. And now they have characters from these two movies in it.
I don't know. I don't know these. I'm bad at these.
All right. So this is also another returning one of these movies came up earlier tonight. The Norway ride was refitted as a Frozen ride, and the Living Seas was not Little Mermaid. That was a good guess. A few teams put that. It was Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is your answer. All right, question number 7. Then hop in a flying car and chase this villain through the Ice Age, Cretaceous era, and 2015. Looking for the name of the villain in that ride. Now take a simulated ride on a dangerous animated roller coaster endorsed by this unscrupulous clown character. And this ride there is a movie that in the source material of this, but it's more of a TV show. So I'm looking for character names for both of these.
Paul, I don't know. I can't help you.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
The one I knew you didn't put it.
Late Day Gamers, Mrs. Maelstrom. I like Maelstrom too. And
I like Maelstrom.
It was always kind of like, it was fun, but also like relaxing. I really love the old, like my perfect day would just be like sit on Spaceship Earth and just like ride it in a loop for like, it's so serene to me. Just like the narration. All right. So the two characters in question here, the first, this used to be Back to the Future, the ride. It started off and you would chase Biff Tannen around. And now it's The Simpsons, where you're on a roller coaster endorsed by Krusty. It's Krusty the Clown.
I got the clown right, at least. Love him.
Nicely done. All right. And your final regular question of the game. Then plunge down the 13 stories of a Hollywood hotel in this Twilight Zone ride. Now rescue this superhero team in, it says Finn, but in Mission Breakout. So I'm looking for the name of the Twilight Zone ride and the superhero team that the ride is now about. Only in Hollywood. The Twilight Zone ride is still in place in Florida, thank goodness, because it's one of my favorite rides.
The best. I know that one because too.
Oh, did you know this one? I think I kind of knew these ones, and I messaged you. Something not super helpful.
I like it. Oh!
Okay. All right. Nicely done. Good. A lot of teams got this right. All right. So the Twilight Zone game. The Twilight Zone ride was called the Tower of Terror. Still, I think my favorite ride of all time.
It's awesome.
Can't be beat for ambiance. But it's in California Adventure. It's now a Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Yeah.
It's a Guardians of the Galaxy ride. All right.
So I put Marvel something.
Marvel something or other.
Marvel something.
It got there. So I'm going to do this quick because I'm running over time into Meredith and Peter's show. So I'll do this quick. Let's look at your leaderboard. We've got Marley's Chains in third with 32, the Turds in second with 33, and extending their lead once again to 37 points is Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts. So that brings us to our final question, which is going to be your credits bonus. So this has potentially 6 points on the table. The way it's going to work is I'm going to ask you a question with 2 correct answers, but I'm going to put a third decoy answer up there. And each correct answer is worth 3. Pick the 2 correct answers, you get 6 points. But if you pick the fake answer, you get 0 points. You won't get credit for the other one that you pick correct. So if you know one and you don't want to risk losing those points, then just press 1 and hit submit. You don't have to make 2 choices. So tonight we talked about what I'm trying to remember where I crossed them over. We talked about fictional locations and we talked about theme park rides. So that's where your intersection is in this final question. Which 2 of these fictional movie locations can you visit on rides at Universal Studios Orlando? So these places have to be in Universal Orlando. Your options are Diagon Alley, MIB headquarters, and Agrabah. 20 seconds on the clock starts now. Pick the 2. Don't pick the fake out. Yes, I saw this. That Guardians of the Galaxy is replacing Ellen's Energy Adventure. That was another like calming one for me. It was like I like all the rides at Epcot where you just kind of hang out on them.
Was that Figment before? What was Ellen's Energy Adventure?
Yeah, I forgot where Figment was and what replaced him. I miss Figment, the world of imagination.
I liked Figment. Figment was fun.
All right, so these 2. So the key here is that one of these locations is from a Disney movie. I think it's not really even in the ride that it's based on at Disneyland, but Agrabah is from Aladdin, which is a Disney movie. So you would not find Agrabah in Universal Studios. All right, so let's look at your final scores real quick before I hand the stream over to Meredith and Peter. Sorry to everybody that we're running a couple minutes over. Your winners tonight, your top 3 spots, Marley's Chains with 38 points are in third place. The Turds just ahead of them in second with 39 and holding on to the lead, bringing it home with 43 points. Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts, those the race for that third place spot in the championship game, which will be on August 18th, is really heating up. So I want to say thank you to Paul. It was a lot of fun talking to you, Paul, and also
Thanks
to
for having
Rita.
me. It was great.
It was so great to have you back. And Rita, it was so nice to see you and talk.
Thanks
and
so much.
Pitch some movies. I hope you and Paul can work on that Disney movie together.
Yeah, I'm gonna call
Me too.
UTA for Bears. Yeah, just
Thank you
let me
so
know how
much.
where to
Yeah,
shout.
UTA for Bears. If you're watching this and you're a Bear and you need representation, go to UTA for Bears. So everybody else, head to the Caveat site, buy tickets for the September 7th live show. Otherwise, I will see you back here next Wednesday at 7 for more movie quiz. Stay safe, watch some movies, and I'll see you back here Wednesday night. McClunky.